can't take it.
Welcome to PB Break episode 3, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Jesus,
goodness.
episode 3 already.
Yeah,
Jesus, it's like we started this shit 3 weeks ago.
we did. But today's a very special day for us because one, this fucker finally got his camera.
Yep, we got a camera, so now you can see that I draw myself like I'm supposed to,
Yeah,
for the most part.
and the other reason today is special is because we have a guest star from, you might recognize him from episode 1 during the serial tier list, our main contender for what we decided to put where. Eric.
Shushish!
Yes.
What's up, boys and girls?
So, today on the docket, we have a pretty specific list. We've got our peanut butter sandwiches. Hunter decided to turn his camera off. There we go.
That's my bad. Whoopsie.
And today's a day of League of Legends.
Jesus, I'm dark.
The art
We
reflects
love
it.
League.
We love League of Legends. We love to hate League of Legends. The art reflects it. We got us all as characters that we play. Hunter on Jhin, me on Yasuo.
Well, it was supposed to be our favorite characters, but I forgot whose yours was, and I didn't bother texting you about it.
That'd be kind of
Nice,
weird turning
nice.
me. That'd be really weird turning me into Samira. So Yasuo is probably the move.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I really
Well-
like the blonde hair Yasuo too. Like, it's a nice touch.
Well, I tried to kind of, do,
Yeah,
Us.
make a dig. Yeah.
and I tried to do your kind of curly hair. I tried at least.
And we got Hunter
I
with
think it
his half bleach, half normal.
Yeah, facts.
No,
Yeah,
the art's
it's
always
really
good.
weird.
So what exactly are we doing? Talking about with League today, Hunter?
Well, so I kind of wanted. So since we've all played, we can kind of give like a brief overview of like our, over like where we play, favorite champion to play rather than and then a little brief rundown of like your rank and maybe something interesting about yourself. I feel frisky.
All right,
I don't know.
we'll start
Mhm.
with the worst player here, me.
Okay.
So I have a role crisis for one.
Mhm.
I can't pick a role to save my ass. The three roles that I swap from are the three fun roles: top, ADC, and mid. The only fun
He's got
roles.
a point to be fair.
Jungle and support are both ass, so I picked those three roles. Each role, top, I'm an Irelia main. Mid, I'm a Yasuo and Azir main. And bottom, I used to be a Xayah main, but now I'm a Samira main because the champion's fucking nutty. I like playing champions with really high carry potential to do that. Champions that can do really crazy bullshit, like champions that basically can do whatever they want when they're ahead, and always have outplay potential when they're behind.
Oh yeah.
I peaked out at Plat 3, but I never really got super into ranked. I mean, for like 2 weeks maybe. And right now I'm gold, but I haven't played seriously in a while because of the schedule problems. I think, yeah. So Samira just, like, I was really glad when Samira came out because she clicked so well. It was like, you're not playing League, you're playing like a shoot 'em up
Just farm
dungeon
simulator.
crawler. It's like you're playing fucking Warframe in League of Legends.
No, it's like
Good
it's like you're playing Devil May Cry, dude.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. I've never played Devil May Cry, but she gives off major Dante vibes.
It's not bad. It's a niche of a game. What was really interesting about it, or at least the latest installment, Devil May Cry 5, is that they had a gimmick where you could, the better combos you did, the better the music got, and then everyone and the soundtrack for it's pretty fucking good. So it made people. Well, there was also other rewards too, but like that was like a main feature of the game that they said.
Mm-hmm.
Like D would just be like a really low undertone type of beat.
Wait, did you say D?
Yeah, rank D when you would get when you do a combo and it'd be
Wait,
a
so you're
D
saying
rank
that in Devil May
combo.
Cry, Does it go up to S?
Yep. Oh, it goes up to triple S actually.
So
It's
Samira's
smooth and sexy
so
style.
Samira's like passive is like based on Devil May Cry, like mechanics. Then.
Yeah. Oh, her entire character is based on Devil May Cry.
Do you care to elaborate more? Because I want to know.
Oh yeah, of course. So Samira, like they literally, I'm telling you that Riot literally watched Devil May Cry and they were like, man, we gotta do that. So then, just like Dante, he has 2 pistols and a sword. Samira has 1 pistol and a sword,
Okay.
and both games, for Samira gameplay wise and for Devil May Cry, you build up your combo meter to rank S. Now, Samira gets to do like her ult or whatever, but Devil May Cry it just gives you like more rewards, more points or whatever, and does the thing that I said with the changing audio or changing music, I should say, and it's really neat. Um, but she does tricks like Dante. She has an ult called Devil Trigger, isn't it?
Um.
What's her ult name?
I'll look it up.
That was like Daredevil or something.
I should know this.
No, that her passive is Daredevil Impulse.
Q is Flare, W is Blade Whirl. Oh, E is Wild Rush, and F
Inferno Trigger.
Yeah.
Sorry, Devil Trigger is from Devil May Cry.
Inferno Trigger, Dante's Inferno. I mean,
Yeah, dude, it all fits. They literally watched, like I told you, they literally watched the Devil May Cry and were like, I want some of that. That's me, please.
Yeah, let's just put this in the game. Thoughts?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I'm saying. But yeah, I always just thought that was really interesting. Okay, moving on. I'm in the game as I am on like literally every other social media outpost that I have. I'm Huntman1031 in League, and I play mostly AD carry. I used to play a lot of top and some mid, and I was a support main. That's the first thing, and then
We love subs.
I I didn't. That's why I switched to dealing damage because I'd rather deal damage than
you
than
see,
not
Hunter,
deal
it's
damage.
that selfish inclination you have there to deal damage instead of letting other people do it. That really says a lot about your personality.
Facts. Yeah, that's
How about you
fact.
play a support role for once and support another person doing good instead of always
ev-
playing damage
if
characters?
everybody played like that, no one would deal damage.
Yeah, where's 1 AD? Worth.
No, you're capping.
I mean, if the AD
Yeah,
is
pretty much.
Kog'Maw.
I
JK.
mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Soraka thought was pretty good for a while.
I was hoping you'd call me out, Hunter, when I said that.
Oh no, chat did.
Oh, like, Ironic says the Irelia player. Thanks, Jackson.
Any whomst, I played a lot of Blitzcrank. You know,
The crank.
as a support main, I played a lot of Blitzcrank. I played a lot of Echo, and then like 2/3 of the cast of AD carries. Played a lot of Garen too. That was another one. Garen and Gnar. Oh my god!
You almost forgot about Nara. I was about to say, bro. Nara's your
Dude,
shit.
that's how long I haven't played him. I fucking forgot he was in the game.
As you should.
He was good for a time.
Yeah, but when was the last time I've seen a Nara in one of my games? It's been like
I'm sure it was
months.
Chuck in the Earth game.
Well,
It had
because
been.
why would you play Gnar when you could play a bunch of other champions who just
Anyone
do
else,
his
bro.
job better? Yeah,
That can do his job at all
Legit
times.
anyone else.
yeah.
He has to wait for rage, and it's really telegraphed when he's gonna go in or when he's allowed to go in. And other characters like, yeah, I can flash in whenever I want. Calls
Yeah,
it
and then
rage.
after the rage is up, that they people know that shit goes on cooldown, so then they can just rush him because then he's got nothing.
I mean, the kiting's cool and all, but it just doesn't have the meta doesn't allow for it. IMO.
Yeah,
IMO.
it's a little strange, but whatever.
All right, Eric.
Anyway,
Oh.
sorry. Sorry. I'm almost done.
Oh yeah, you never
I'm
got
up.
into your rank.
I peaked at gold 2,
Nice. It's
and
pretty good.
I'm a big fan of champions like a lot of AD carries that can that can are told to do the most damage in the game, because I like seeing those numbers. I mean, that's the bottom
The
line.
RPG player comes out of Hunter when he plays League. I like big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger number
Exactly.
equals better person. That's
Exactly.
why everyone
Exactly.
should hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more uploads coming in the future. We got this
Big
content. We got some Smash
numbers.
comment coming out of my account. Make sure to hit the bell too. All right. There's the
Wow.
ad.
Fantastic.
Hashtag ad.
I would do the same thing, but I mean, they can see my Twitch TV right up there. If they want to go ahead and look at it, they can. I'm gonna start doing some more drawing streams, so that's something that they can look forward to if any of them are watching.
Uh,
Uh, anyway,
Yeah, make
okay,
sure to
sorry.
check out twitch.tv/David5Scouts. You know, he's a pretty epic guy.
no more
He does whatever
advertising
he
on my
wants.
stream. It was my ad. I never said YouTube could.
Hey,
We do not care.
I'm your co-host. My ad is literally sitting up there.
Yeah, and that's where it fucking belongs. Don't talk about it. It's my channel.
Uh, we love Gans, no ego.
Damn, bro, you really had to do me like that.
All right, Eric. Talk about your
Anyways,
league.
I actually haven't been playing for nearly like anyone else in our friend group besides really Golden. But since I started playing, I think I peaked like Silver 3 because I really don't care about ranked. I never have, never will probably.
That's
Right.
king
I
mentality.
yeah,
Yeah, king
it's
mentality.
it's that's what I love about League personally. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. It's such a different game. You can either play it like for fun, or you can have fun with it as like a competitive game too. And
Right.
so I love the different draft picks or A random if you're trying to have fun, you know. But then if you're really trying to like try hard, there's the ranked, and even
I
like flex if you want to go up with a group of friends.
I completely agree. I feel like League over the years they've tried to market themselves as a game that's supposed to be played like pseudo casually, but
Yeah,
if if any casual player gets into a league game, it's almost like guaranteed that they're going to get flamed or get uh, reported at the end of the game.
Well, the like Riot is really good at balancing it, like you said, because they added builds that were like they were called off meta builds. They're like, yeah, you should try these off meta builds. Like they advertise it's like their way of making people think of the game in a more casual light. But they also are really big into promoting the competitive scene. Like Red Bull ads, there was
Oh
literally
yeah,
Red Bull
there were
or play or
worlds
whatever.
that
Red Bull
that
ads.
that YouTube Red ad too.
And they have a fucking car ad now. There's like a car ad that's linked with League of Legends. I was watching a stream the other day and that popped up.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I
So
think.
they'll do everything except make their game better.
Okay, well, that
Either
leads.
way,
Okay, that's just gonna lead to a whole nother rabbit hole of what the fuck is the Riot Balance team?
I agree. We'll get to that later in the night.
Okay.
We've got other
let me
discussions
just
that won't
finish
take
up,
nearly
okay?
as long.
Yeah.
Right.
Let Eric finish.
So I started out as support main. Played Swain. Played like AP supports. Never really climbed because I don't care.
Right.
Switched to top lane. Did pretty well top lane actually. That's where I got to my peak. Silver 3.
Nice.
When I played like 50 ranked games in one season, that was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot.
For a non-competitive League of Legends
Yeah.
player, yeah.
For sure. But so I really like to play Bruisers top because I'm really bad at the game. And Bruisers are OP, to be frank. Just good damage, good survivability. As you can tell by the picture, my favorite character is Set, who does true damage with his W, which is really broken. But please don't nerf it, otherwise I will cry.
You do like the R2, Eric, don't you? I
I
tried
do.
I
I
tried
think
I,
it's sick.
I tried to make
It's a
it
very
look
cool
and
mix.
I tried to make it look enough like you so that you were like, oh, that's Eric.
Yeah, like
Uh,
the
but
chubbiness you have matches like the outfit of Sat. I think it's sick.
yeah, and then I didn't make you that chubby.
I
I
know,
just
which I
I just
appreciate.
I just know that you're wider than D'Angelo, so I had to make both of your heads different.
Seth's
Yeah,
definitely got a bigger build in general too.
for sure.
But it
Whereas
looks good.
Yasuo is a slim and like a fit. Set's like bold.
It looks good though.
I like it a lot.
Our
It
characters,
makes you look kind of uh like a strong man almost.
For sure.
What are you gonna
Yeah,
say,
so
D'Angelo?
do we think that there's any part of us picking our characters based on how we perceive ourselves?
absolutely not.
We'll get into that later too. That seems like that's gonna fall somewhere.
Okay,
Deep. We should let
Eric
we should
finish.
let Eric finish. Sorry, we keep interrupting you, Eric.
That's really about it. I played support to start out with because mainly all the other roles were filled by my friends.
Hmm.
For one, and for two, just because I really like the role. Actually, like I know people flame like about the role, but I think it's really cool because like you're like Hunter was kind of saying the opposite. You're sacrificing yourself, like your damage, in order to like protect someone else. I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's that's a good mentality. It is, and that again, that'll get into. We're gonna talk about that later.
Uh,
I almost dove in there myself.
I'm about to dive. I'm about to dive, Hunter. Right before you switch
Go
topics,
crazy.
because he's done. So
I
like,
I
what?
I
Since we're
think that's
talking
a
about
good. I
support,
think that's a good switch over. I guess.
yeah. After I go on my fucking dive,
Oh right.
uh,
You go
so
on your dive.
it's
It's
not a
like you're
big
about to
dive.
play.
It's a small dive.
It's
Live.
like you're about to play fucking Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and you're gonna make that dive.
Or I was gonna make the analogy that I was gonna dive into a swimming pool and then hit my head and then be like, all right, we're done now.
Yeah,
All right.
that for
Anyways,
the non Kingdom Hearts players. Yes.
Fuck you. Uh, so the thing about support that does make it not a completely boring shit role to me is the fact there's a lot of different supports. It probably has the biggest like role diversity in the game.
sure.
There's like you could play a mage as a support. You could like and by a mage I mean enchanters. I mean you could also play a normal mage, but that's I'm not gonna count that. There's the
Hey
enchanters.
man, Zerath Vel'Gaz, they go crazy.
True. You can play damage supports. We'll call those the damage mages. You can play the enchanter mages. That's just like sitting back and protecting, and then you can play the engage, fucking all in hook boys. Alistar, you're the tank. You're the one who's causing the damage, and that's a big reason what
So
makes bot
counter
lane
against champs.
one of the hardest rules to play is because you have to learn how to play against a lot more playstyles than you would against top, where your only options are: am I going to be bullied out of lane, or am I going to be the bully this lane?
Sure.
Uh, yeah, that's my tiny kiddie pool dive hit my head rant.
But like you were saying, Dig, like I did, like I actually got coaching for a little bit in the support role. Um,
Oh, that's
and
rad.
it was really diverse. Yeah, like I played like three different camps, and they were all like I had to play them all differently, and it was really cool. Like
That's-
Braum is the counter engage champ. He's really good for healing for his AD carry.
I didn't even
or
think
his other
about counter
carries.
engages.
Oh.
Because I was listing through all the different playstyles you can play as, and counter engages didn't even come up. Rel, Braum.
Yeah, Rel for sure. Well, this is actually before Rel came out.
Oh, okay.
His coach.
Who was the
But,
coach?
Do people even still play her anymore?
No, she's really bad. He was a friend of mine from pretty far away.
Okay.
It was like
He was like on the team.
it was like a friend of a friend who was like he like masters.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's still cool though.
Well, I mean,
You don't
a
see
master...
I don't see a whole lot of people who play who are that high up.
Yeah, I'd pay for a master's coach.
Oh, I probably would too. No cap.
Oh,
If I could get my hands on one, I feel like that's just too free.
not free. They do cost money.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
it's just having like you want to find a good
that
one where they know a
knowledge.
lot about the game, but they're like not like too big for the purchase.
Yeah. I've been literally looking into coaching for other games, so like maybe League, if I decide to take it seriously, gonna be like something good.
I think you'd be better coaching.
No, not doing coaching, but like getting coaching.
No,
I can't do coaching in any game. I'm the worst teacher I know. I can't talk like if I'm talking down to someone, it's gonna seem condescending.
Oh, like when you tried to teach me to play Smash.
That or like whenever I try to tell someone to do something like in League, or like
his
absolutely
if
I teach
type of coaching
is
he does something and he says, "See this? You don't do that. See how I caught you out right there? You don't do that."
That's the answer right there.
Mm-hmm. You're supposed to hit me when I don't do this, but I'm always gonna do this. So.
Well, I think that was when I was coaching you. I also had a lesser understanding of the game as a whole. If we did it again, it would probably turn out at least a little bit better.
Well, maybe there will be a chance when when I don't have to think of the topic for next week.
All right, I'll try, man. Life's hard, but my job. I'm quitting. My last day's Wednesday. Well, I'll get it done.
Well, what I mean is it's just like shit. You just want to talk about like you have a whole week to think of them. Just do what I do. Jot them down on like a piece of paper and just like so you have them.
Yeah, I need to get better about that. You're right. I just like keeping track of shit in general.
Or just think of a topic that you either want to feel like talking about, or hell, even if like some people in the chat want to give us a prompt, we'll talk about stuff. No matter like. We'll try to talk in depth about some stuff if we don't have a topic, but we usually will, or at least I'll try to.
Yeah. So Hunter, back to the League of Legends.
Oh, right. Sorry, had to think. Right.
Had to plan during the podcast.
Right.
That's the only time you get to talk to me. I'm exclusive.
And pretty much. You're never online anymore. You're always off doing something else with all types of people. God, I don't even know half of them.
League.
I guess that's true. Anyway. So, in your guys' opinion, what would you say is your most hated League of Legends champion? Out of all 140 plus, which one is it when you just get into the game and they're on the enemy team, you just seethe?
All right.
You sit there and you get so pissed for no reason.
I'll go first, since I always go first. Eric, you right now could name the champion I'm about to talk about. Who is it?
Wukong, Malphite.
No.
Renekton.
Yes, it's fucking Renekton. That champion. Okay, here's why he makes me seethe. I play this game for action. I play this game so I can fight, so I can 1v1, so I can hit people, so I can farm, so I can take towers, so I can get objectives. You know what Renekton does? He says, nah, you're not going to get to play early. You're going to have to wait, alright? And I don't like waiting. And he is the best fucking top laner in existence at saying you have to wait. All right, so the whole point of Renekton is to bully you so fucking hard out of lane, abuse every single little mistake you make, so that late game his weak ass kit is still strong because he has at least 10 kills. And if you don't let him do that, it's not that hard to beat him. But it's so infuriating that I'm not allowed to play the game for the first 15 minutes plus, just so I can exist against Renekton. It's not fun. I don't get CS. I have to farm under tower, and sometimes that doesn't even work if you're getting camped. It's like if the enemy team is really good at playing on Renekton and you're in solo queue and you don't know your jungler, call it lights out, man. Your lane's over.
Right.
Especially when they drop that early herald, and you're just like,
oh my god. Wait, hold on. This wasn't Renekton, but Set. I got dove with Set with double buffs, level 5.
Level 5.
Full HP. Okay, that's just a reference that I had to remind Iraq of.
I love Set, man.
That's
remember the time that I solo killed you on Malphite when you were playing Yasuo?
Yeah.
That was Set 2.
Yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, the Renekton's just so infuriating because he goes against like everything I want to do in the game because
Mhm.
my whole
Right.
playstyle is based around getting an early lead and then snowballing it and pentakilling them over and over again in their base. If I
Right.
and I'm it's because okay, this is gonna sound like a really hard brag, but I'm mechanically better than most people to play the game. I just don't use my fucking brain. Uh, so yeah, that's why I don't like Renekton. And thoughts, anyone? Thoughts on
Uh,
your
no,
thoughts
that
on Renekton?
sounds. My
I
thoughts
actually played
on.
ever against Renekton earlier. He, I was playing Set. He was a really bad Renekton. Uh, and he still early killed me early, and I got really upset because like I outplayed him so many times after the fact. Like he killed me like level 2, and no, level 3. He's just level 3. And like after that, I straight up just got like 5 kills, solo kills on him. But like the fact that he was able to kill me level 3 just really made me upset because like how are you supposed to ever like expect the burst that he provides along with the sustainability of his rage skew? It's so ridiculous.
God.
And
And then he takes press the attack.
I know it.
Oh,
Oh
and then
my
he
god,
just
yeah.
dashes up to you, hits you with with an enraged W,
It sounds
or
like
it
we're being
stuns
scrubs
you
right now, but it
and
actually
pops
full
you
health
like a.
you. It actually full health you.
It pops you like a fucking zit.
Luckily, I was playing set, so it only did, like 3 quarters, but still pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
So we're all in agreement that Renekton sucks. But who do you
For
guys
sure.
hate more than Renekton?
Um,
Yeah, you go next.
it really depends on the matchup for me, like who I'm wanting to play. Because what really frustrates me is 3 out of the top 4 characters right now counter most of the characters that I like to play, and those 3 are being Camille, Fiora, both who do true damage, and then Teemo.
Wait, Teemo's
Teemo's
been the
top 3
meta?
right now. Yes,
Oh my god.
Teemo's like
No wonder that
fourth
Teemo
or
shit
fifth
on me
best pick right
yesterday.
now.
Timo will never be out of meta because he's got one of the few things that people will always want from a character that everybody hates them. He's a little furball.
Little furry.
He places toxic traps around everywhere, and he has a blind on his on that is a point and click blind on somebody.
I'm gonna be in major disagreement with you. Teemo's almost never in the meta, but he gets played a lot just because he has that annoying factor. He's not
Right.
he doesn't have high win rates and high elos though.
But
Right now
like
he does.
Right now he does, but in
a
general,
but a point
Yeah.
and click blind that shuts down a good portion of League of Legends champions.
Shuts down pretty much
yeah,
all the
that
characters
is
I play.
what's good with them. Like the point and click blind is his probably most strongest tool, but
Well,
his mobility.
what else do you know blinds people?
That'd be like Graves Quinn, but those are different types of blinds.
Yeah,
Because
this one,
Skill shots.
yeah, those are skill shot blinds. This is a point and click blind.
yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you that is a very
and his
very strong
blind
mechanic.
and his blind lasts the longest out of I think the both of their blinds. Like if you
No.
were to stand in it, right?
No.
Graves does.
Graves.
Oh, I guess that's true because his is like
Yeah,
it's
Graves
like a
most
smoke
famous,
cloud.
like it persists.
I
Okay,
guess
so
that's-
I'm not disagreeing with you that is like one of the better abilities in the game, but the rest of his kit provides so little damage.
sure.
He
Yeah.
his E is just poisoned on his autos that make his autos do like normal damage early game, and then late game make them do obviously insane damage. But he doesn't like have any mobility besides walking fast, so and he's
That
squishy.
is pretty useless.
So he's basically like an ADC in the top lane with traps and a way to stop people from abusing him in Q. But he is so susceptible to diving. He's so susceptible to like getting caught out. Like he can never win a 2v1. He's not a 2v1 type of champ unless
right.
unless it's like a cheesy win, like shrooms and bush go invisible. They can't see you. I guess that is a part of his outplay potential, but just in general, you're usually going to be moving around, so you're usually not going to get your invisibility unless you're in the jungle, but you're also a laner, so you have to deal with lane a lot. T-
Yeah.
yeah.
I definitely
Right.
don't see as many Teemos as I do the other two that I mentioned,
It's
like
funny because we're
Fiora.
talking about Teemo right now, but that's not even a champion that we hate. Unless
True.
that's not even
I,
one of our answers.
No,
no.
I was just those. I was just saying like the three that are annoying for me. The one that I hate the most though definitely has to be. I don't know. I never really thought about this. Probably it probably is Chameleon. No, that or no
Yeah.
Irelia. I'm Irelia. Irelia. 100%.
Mm,
That champ
Hey,
needs to be nerfed.
I'm an Irelia main. What do you mean?
I know that champ is way too good. Made her Q stacks only 4 needed,
That was a
and
stupid
her
ass change.
W. That was a very bad change. I agree. But I really, she's just so easy to play, so easy to get a lead on, and then just snowball the game.
I can attest. I can attest to all of that. It is very easy to play Irelia well.
right.
Except when you get into team fights, because then you're not like strong enough, like just health
Yeah,
wise, to do like to get caught out. Basically, you still have to work on not getting caught out, which every champion should have to do, except for like tanks. But as a top laner,
Right.
even if she's fed, she still has the susceptibility to get caught out as if she was a mid laner or an ADC.
well, that's why I feel I realize best when she's like just split pushing. Personally, like yeah,
Probably.
her ult's really good for team fights, but like I think that's like a last second like TP in to take the dragon type. Like I feel like she's much better in lane.
Yeah, which is also why I probably shouldn't be running Ignite Irelia anymore, because you need the TP to make big
Correct.
plays.
Right. Anyways, go ahead, Hunter. What is your most hated League of Legends champion?
Well, I've got I've got two, and by that I mean one is more universal, but the other one is just I hate them. I don't hate them as much as I do the second one. The second one I hate for a bunch of reasons, but the first one would have to be I shoot, who was it? It was I literally just had him in my head, but then I started thinking of Irelia and then I stopped. I forgot what I was gonna say. It
Huh.
was
How much marijuana have you smoked today,
oh,
sir?
none.
Oh. Oh.
I'm just retarded.
Ayo.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Facts.
uh, whoops, oopsie.
Who gives
Any,
a shit?
sorry, but
Hey, my one viewer, please don't report me. I cannot control what Hunter says.
I also
any,
can't control when
Go
says.
on.
okay. I hate Draven. I hate seeing him. Because I know exactly what'll happen every single time that I play against a Draven. I will fight him when I think I have an advantage, and he will stump. And once he gets his vamp scepter, I can't stop him anymore. And then he just runs me down, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Uh, I see the Draven hate. It comes from a similar place as the Renekton hate, actually.
Yeah, it's a game where I have unlike you where you have to wait 15 minutes to win the game. I have to win in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then if I don't, I am screwed.
Because Draven's really snowbally, and like if he gets a kill, like his whole passive is built around the idea of I get a kill, I get more money than everyone else.
And
So
no.
he
And
snowballs
that
leads better than most champions. And
yeah.
also the axe catching is really strong early because it empowers autos on a champion whose auto attack speed is really fast with his other
Mhm.
abilities. So he's just like throwing out fucking axes that one like quarter health chunk you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you try to go up and trade with him. Boom. Quarter of your life is gone. You try to go and fight him by himself. Boom. He uses his speed up and his knockaway ability to get a few extra hits on you before you get chunked. And don't catch him either because of his move speed. And all the while this is all happening, he's hitting you for every axe that he can in a span of 2.5 seconds. So it's annoying to have to deal with that because if I don't win in the first 5 minutes, then it's over. And then I am like, well, cool. Now I can't beat him, so I have to stop giving him kills. But you can't because he can just run you down.
You know what kicks Draven's ass though?
Hmm.
Burst. Simply Alistar and then LeBlanc him. What can he do?
He can sit there with his pants pulled down, shocked.
So yeah, he's an anti. He actually is an anti-mage champion because Mage Burst is based on skill shots and they're also really squishy. Most of the time they're based on skill shots, but his range is bigger than most mages for autos at least. And
Right.
he's also an anti-AD champ if he's ahead, since he's just throwing out the same consistent damage as you, but doing it faster.
Right.
So yeah,
But I would say that my most hated, the one that I hate so much, is Yasuo. I'm one of those guys. I hate Yasuo. I don't care if he's on
Yasuo
my team.
anti-stan.
I don't care if he's on my team. I don't care if he's on the enemy team. If he's on my team, he sucks. If he's on the enemy team, he's God and we can't fight him. It is literally the worst conundrum whatsoever. And it's so painful because I used to watch a lot of Trin Immortal when he was still around. I mean, he was still around, but he's not doing a lot of league content anymore. But when I saw him combo off as Yasuo, I was like, fuck that champion. I would be so mad. I would literally, if I was any of those guys he styled on, I would be so mad. I would literally, I would have nothing to say. I would be so upset that I wouldn't even know that I died because it's so absurd how you think you got him with a skill shot, but then he dashes through a minion, but then he can't dash through another one, so you try to get him, but then he flashes out of the way, knocks you up, hits you with his ult, and then dashes through you again because the cooldown is over, and then he Qs you, and then if you're still alive somehow, he most like that's impossible.
Yes.
When you're up against an enemy Yasuo, that's impossible at that point.
He has speedy auto attacks for afterwards. But yeah, also, oh man, why are you both coming at me today? I gotta get defensive.
It's
See,
I'm sorry, bro, but the worst part about his kit is that he gains a buff for moving. As long as he is walking and not standing still, he will have a shield on him almost at all times that absorbs like 80% of the damage, if not 100%. I forget what the actual statistic is.
it's just a flat health shield.
But it's
big, especially
big,
early game.
Oh my gosh! And don't you have to waste like? Isn't he also like CC immune as well?
No.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay. So
I swear, I thought that he was for a second, and that pissed me off.
I'm gonna give my take on your
God,
Yasuo hate, and you're not gonna like it.
All
My
right,
take
then
on your
I'm
Yasuo
prepared
hate
to
is that
fight
it
you
comes
with
from
it.
a place from the past. Back in the day when the most mobility a champion would have is one dash or, just like the old champion style or moving faster. That's back when you played like in season 5, I think is when you started, or 4.
Whenever Braum came out was when I started.
So that's like 4.
4.
Okay.
Middle of 4.
Or maybe it was 5. Who the fuck cares? But you played on old graphics, right?
Oh, I remember old Scion, dude.
Okay. So when Yasuo came out, he was the first champion, besides maybe Riven, I don't know who came out first, to be able to just move the fuck around and do a shitload of damage. And there wasn't a lot to like deal with it back then, especially like from an unexperienced standpoint, because he was he was new. He was the mobility champion. He was the high damage, high burst, I'm gonna carry the game champion. But now that they're releasing all these other champions that do like the shit but better, the reworked Irelia, they got fucking
Akshan.
They got
Akshan's
I'm even gonna say
E.
Vex. They got Set. I mean, it's like a bunch of characters. No, Set's not one of them.
Akshan's E ability has
runs
more
fast,
text than Nasus's entire kit.
Oh my god,
That's not okay.
And like Yone, they fucking released Yasuo too.
We love Yas too.
And all these champions have the insane mobility. They're adding like that insane second step to the game. So a lot of players now Or like you see Yasuo's ban rate going down. Yasuo's ban rate's consistently gone down over the seasons as they release more champions, and that could just be because they have more champions. But
It's
from
be
that standpoint too,
it's because the new champions are more
yeah,
broken
it is
than the
because the new
old
champions are
ones.
more broken, and you see that Yasuo is getting banned at a lower rate, while champions are still getting banned at the rate that Yasuo used to be banned at. So it's not just that there are more champions in the game; it's that the champions in the game that they're releasing now are the new standard. So Yasuo is a new standard in the fact that he has the mobility, he has the damage, he's the solo carry, fun burst option, the guy who can do anything he wants. A lot of outplay potential. A lot of old champions didn't have that when the game was simpler, and I think your hate of Yasuo still comes from that old place when you could be directing your hate towards other new champions that do what he does, but in a less obvious to counterplay stance.
You're right. Thinking about it now, I forgot that this was a champion. I fucking hate Seraphine.
Let's go, Seraphine. I hate her too.
I
Over
fucking
pro.
hate Seraphine. I forgot. Like I hated her so much. I forgot she was a champion. Like, cause I just
Hey,
hate
don't you
her
talk
so
about
much.
Sona too like that, okay?
No, no. They literally the concept of or not Samira, of Seraphine to me was that Riot wanted to make a KDA Sona skin, but then halfway through got this crazy idea to instead make it about a Taylor Swift lookalike.
Wait, no. What actually happened was they wanted to make a KDA Sona skin, but then they realized she was deaf, so it wouldn't make sense.
Right.
True.
So they made an entire character based on that KDA skin, and then forgot to give a character to the rest of the skin.
And so they had to make Sona too.
They're like, hey, let's just control
A
C,
fucking
control V.
yeah,
Control C,
pretty
Control
much.
V, but give it new character bullshit. Let's just instead of a
Yeah, true.
stun, let's make it a charm so they can get closer. Instead
Oh
of
God,
True.
that
instead of the
fucking
burst on the
charm.
going on the instead of the passive proccing on the autos, the passive actually just procs on your abilities as well.
Yeah,
Well, Seraphino passive is Sona passive.
her when Moonstone was so much better. Like when
Oh my gosh, that
the
was so
that
broken.
literally her heal would take a someone at like 5 health and heal them all the way back up to full for one use of her dual cast heal.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Well,
Not at
that's
all.
with Moonstone. That was a Moonstone, because her
Yeah.
heal just her heal heals for the shield health. It's like the ability that heals people
Hmm.
is just the dual cast of a shield, and they only gain the amount of health as their shield. It was just Moonstone that was super OP.
I still just don't like her as a champion.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like I don't like how she can dual cast like that. It just it in a team fight. You're not going to be looking at that type of stuff. You're going to be looking at the carry who does damage rather than the Seraphine who also does damage.
And then the fact that her empowered E also roots is like it's a slow into a root is pretty
Ugh.
OP.
And and then her charm. The charm, she could be like fucking halfway across the fucking rift and she can ult, and if there's enough people in her way, she will hit you. That's shouldn't be allowed. It's just like how Akshan's Q shouldn't travel farther the more minions it goes through.
I think that was a neat ability, personally.
I I think it looked like a Samira ult, but it also came back and didn't charm.
um, I'm gonna look at my hate for Seraphine in a different perspective again because I'm a bitch.
Right.
The problem I have with Seraphine is one, the ult. That's one of the two things that make me hate her. It's just like the fact that you can start a team fight and it starts with 5 people getting charmed. Not cool, dude. You
Oh
can't,
yeah, that reminds me. What's your take on the character Vi?
I think she's really boring and lame and really easy and doesn't offer much. I mean,
Oh, I thought that you were gonna
have fun
explode
playing her if you
because
want
of
to
that
climb.
because of that time. There's a time when you literally whenever you saw a Vi in the game, you raged every single time. You're like, who the fuck is Vi? How is she a champion? How is this allowed? This isn't fair. This is fucking bullshit.
I mean, it's just really easy to do, and it's not bullshit, but I mean, I've gone through a reformed
Kind
phase.
of is. It kind of is, I think.
I think I'm pretty reformed.
The fact that her R, it's just let me auto lock on anyone I want.
I mean,
And
yeah, that's
it's
what makes
not
it so
cool.
easy. But without the
But-
R,
And the fact that with the buffs from last patch, my gosh.
without the R, she doesn't have that much. But the R is
True.
fucking dumb. Like, and then it sets up into her having a lot because she has to get onto you with Q, which relies on her hitting, and then one of her abilities isn't even an ability, and one of them's just an auto attack and power.
True.
She's just really fucking simple. But anyways, back to my Seraphine hate, 'cause you didn't let me finish. The second thing I
Sorry.
dislike about Seraphine is the sustain in lane. And I guess I just kind of have the problem against a lot of enchanters, but it doesn't feel that bad unless I'm playing against specifically Seraphine or Yumi. Because against Sona, I feel like I can burst her down enough because she is forced to play unsafe at times due to like the fact that she just has less range than Seraphine. Nami, her heals don't come out as often, and also the rest of her kit's really easy to dodge around. But especially against Yumi or Seraphine, the healing in lane just gets fucking insane. Like there's only so many times I can take a trade if you're just gonna go back to full each time.
I'm pretty sure the thing with Yumi at least is, she only casts her her heal. I think like
It's on like a
3 or
13
4
second.
times. Yeah, and it's a huge mana cost. But with Seraphine, that double stealed is like 15 mana, I think. It's kind of ridiculous. Like I think there's a huge difference between Yumi and Seraphine because like Seraphine she can also do lots of damage in lane. Whereas Yumi, what is she gonna do? Kill you, slow you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yumi's also just
And,
one of those
like-
champions that's optimal because humans aren't optimal.
True.
All right,
Anyways,
that's I think we got our anger hate out of us. Do we have a more positive topic?
Out of I'm still kind of hating on Seraphine.
Dude, we all are, bro. We don't need to talk about it anymore, though.
Mm.
who are you
Alright.
guys' favorite duo?
Duo partner?
Witty.
Yeah, if you had to like play with one person you love playing,
It's either Chalk or Witty. Leaning towards Witty.
That you love playing with, or that you
Like,
I
flip
guess
that
either
away.
or. Yeah,
Because
let's just do both. So-
I like playing with Connor.
Yeah,
But I win more with Witty.
interesting.
But I would say that I mostly play with or I played mostly with Connor, I believe, because there was a lot of times where me and him were up really late, and he would hit me up at like 1 a.m. and be like, "Get on League, Stinky," and I'd be like, "Okay," and then we would play League for a couple of games, and even though he always had to play a Smurf because he never wanted to actually like play on his main account with me, except for I think
which
until
is
fairly
fair.
recently.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's yours, Mr. Erek?
I'm actually gonna throw out Jackson or Jacob, mainly because they definitely know how to play with me in the sense that when I play, I like F, and they are the two best people that I've played with that like are good. Like, oh yeah, no, that was an amazing stun. And that's just like really like it makes me do better because I'm being like I don't know. It sounds weird.
No,
but,
no,
like,
I get it, because someone like me, per se, or someone like even Drew, we're not gonna like if you have a good play, we're not gonna say anything about it either because we don't understand how good the play was because we don't have an understanding of the champion, or it's just not in our personality type. Like for me especially, it's like you did something good, I'm like, all right, that's good. I'm not like thinking negatively about you doing that good thing. It's
Yeah.
like that, yeah, that's good, but I don't need to verbalize it.
I think you just have like a higher expectation of what everyone
Yeah,
Whereas like
yeah.
you expect everyone to be as good as you sometimes. Whereas Jacob and Jackson definitely have like a lower expectation of me, simply because I'm not as good as them. It's understandable.
Right.
But I think the affirmation they give is um I don't know the word. I guess very influential to me.
And it makes you play better too, because when you're in that mindset, like when you're in a good mindset, if it's not an ego good mindset, you're gonna make better decisions. Like
Oh, for
there's two
sure.
types of good mindsets. Like if Jackson was tell me, yeah, that play was good, like good shit. My next move isn't gonna be like ego fucking. Oh yeah, he said I'm doing good. I'm gonna ego on them and fucking shoot the shit out of them. Go in all R. But my next reaction is like, okay, now I got to keep playing smart to keep it going. Like, if I'm losing, the thought is either the salt thought of fuck, I'm losing. What am I gonna do now? This is lost, and I'm not actually thinking about what I am gonna do, which sometimes happens when you're losing, but usually when it does, you're already too far gone.
Would it be wrong to then segue over to who we don't like as a duo partner?
Uh,
Or are we all mature enough to kind of give a constructive criticism rather than a toxic dump?
okay, but I think you just kind of have to pick out of the good players for this one.
Hmm?
Like I don't think you're like allowed to pick Colton for this if we are doing it.
Well, I wasn't going to pick Colton.
Okay. My least favorite person to deal with genuinely probably is Jackson. Uh, I don't know why. It's not like we don't click. It's just we tend to lose. It
Fair? Yeah, that's fair.
whenever I play with like Chalk or Witty, there's something there between us. There's like a click that makes us win more games or makes us make more good plays together. But Jackson and I always had like a weird lack of communication. It's not like actual communication. It's like a lack of mental togetherness whenever we're
I'm pretty
doing.
sure I know the reason for that because Jackson is very much a macro player,
Hmm.
whereas you're the complete opposite side of the spectrum, a micro player. Like you're all about winning your lane and just like absolutely taking a dump on the other players. Whereas
And
Jackson's more of
Jackson,
like, all right, we need to take
yeah.
this dragon, I'm staying up for this Rift Herald, please come, stuff like that.
I think I've gotten better about objective control in general.
I think you've gotten better,
specifically.
yes, but
But
like,
there's
I
other
think that's just the reason.
there's other elements to macro besides objective like that objective control.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Like I
What about
don't
you?
buy
Yeah,
pink words.
I think that the one that I hate duoing with would have to be a split again between Jackson and Jackson and Connor again.
Really, Connor? Why?
Well, because I played enough with Connor to know that he's here to win. He's not here to really do much else. Same with kind of Jackson. Jackson wants plays with me to win, um, which again I don't know why he plays with me to win or played with me to win. I guess I should say. I shouldn't say that I still play with him because he's too good for me, and I haven't really played a whole lot of League anyway. But I've played enough with Connor to realize that uh, it's a lot like how like you think that we think of you in some cases, Eric, where we have these really high expectations for you. He has those same kind of high expectations with me. So he's like, "Why are you up that far? Why'd you die? Why were you there?" And it makes me feel like I'm really fucking bad, and it puts me in a really weird mindset because then I start messing up more, and then he gets more kind of stern and upset with me. With Jackson, it's kind of that, not so much with Jackson as it is with Connor, but I would say that with Jackson, it's more of like I don't. If I had a choice, I wouldn't mind playing with him because like don't get me wrong, having one of them sit there and want to duo with me makes me feel like I'm actually good at the game, but at the same time, they both expect a lot out of me to do well, and if I don't, it feels really bad. But when I do good, usually it's when Connor is also doing good, or when Jackson is also doing good. Probably because he comes and helps me out so much.
I'm actually gonna change my answer. I think I like playing with Connor less than Jackson, like in ranked specifically,
Yeah.
because I have the same problem with him that I do with Jackson, and it's because probably the same reason, except more drastic. Because we also have similar ways. We Since we're both carry laners, right? I would usually play bot, and he'd usually play mid.
Right.
We're both in a way fighting for the same resources, not exactly, but
Maybe that's why I have
since we're
so
both
much of.
carries and don't have like an aspect of supportingness in our roles, I guess we don't have the same control over the games we play as me playing with a jungler or a support.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I just feel
I
like
could see that.
I feel like with Connor, he's a very competitive person. He likes to win a lot,
Hmm.
and so like when he when he's playing, it's almost like he needs his team to like be on par, if not just as good as him, or if not better.
Right.
And so like he expects that in solo queue, but then when he duos with like any of us who are, in my opinion, not as good as him, like Dean's pretty close, but and then probably Hunter,
Not
and I'm
anymore.
very far.
I could
Yeah,
I could beat him.
Uh,
I could beat him.
I don't think I'm close anymore. I'm washed.
I think if I challenged him to uh a League of Legends 1v1 rock paper scissors match, I think I would win.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think any
It's
of us
not.
could.
anyways,
I've got a 33% chance to win. That's better than 0.
no, he said rock.
Oh, rock paper scissors.
Yeah, I'd beat him.
Okay.
Anyways,
I fucking beat his ass.
No, I don't think so, man. You're always gonna pick rock first. I know it.
No.
You're a rock first type of guy, aren't you?
Nope. I'm a
Hunter
scissor.
definitely
I'm a scissor man.
I'm a paper starter.
Yo.
I'm a paper
Hey
starter.
yo,
Do you,
Wait,
do you
hey,
think do you
yo.
think that says something about our character, D'Angelo?
What if you're a rock paper scissors starter, Eric? What type of starter are you?
I'm a rock just because I'm lazy.
Uh,
I don't care about moving my hand.
I'm a paper starter because rock is statistically the most picked first option.
Oh my god! Of course, you fucking would.
This guy's a nerd.
You fucking
And
would.
What a nerd.
since rock is the statistically most picked first option, that means people are going to go for scissors less, which means that if they don't want to go rock, they're going to be forced into paper, and if they're forced into paper, then it's just a draw, and we get to go into round 2, which that's a whole nother game.
Oh my
But-
god!
But you're giving yourself essentially almost an 100%
You-
chance, unless they're like
Yeah.
big braining it and going scissors on you. Like scissors is a pretty actual big brain play.
I'm a big scissors guy.
Okay.
Yo.
I like going hit him
I
with
mean-
the.
Which also, I mean, it's always just gonna go back and forth. But
Right.
I pick paper just because of the stats.
Just
But-
'cause the stats
But
affect my
no,
play.
I would definitely beat Connor.
Anyways,
So
rock-
you think he's a paper starter as well?
No, he's a rock starter, but that's all right. He's definitely a rock starter.
I feel he's the type to start scissors. Actually,
You know what? Now that I think
think-
about it, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, I think you're right. Scissors duo.
I think it's just because scissors is like more aggressive.
a
Scissor mirror match,
I always knew you were a lesbian.
bruh.
Hey yo.
I'm really setting myself up for failure, huh?
Anyways, anyways, back to
Anyways,
people that I don't like playing with.
oh yeah, Eric never
Right.
uses.
Honestly, you guys said I'm not allowed to do this, but I'm gonna say Colton. Simply on the fact, not that he's just not good. It's on the he's getting better. He's improving. It's just the fact that he doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Like, I'll play with him, like, and then he'll just in my game and say, like, he'll make up some bullcrap excuse, and then like, int, and then ask me to play again, and I'm like, okay, and I'll play again
No.
with him, and I'll just do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets on my nerves, like how like
because he thinks that Tyler won
Is
is
Jesus.
is
True.
Jesus
That's a
because
fact.
he's got challenger in every role. So he's like, well, if someone got challenger in every role, they must be really good at the game.
He
But
is.
he
No,
doesn't.
Tyler one's good,
He
but he's putting on an
no Tyler.
act.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. He doesn't know that. And I think we keep telling him that it's an act, but he doesn't fucking believe us. And he sits there and he watches Tyler One get so upset over the entire, like over a certain champion, and then you'll see Colton 2 minutes later, in our Discord call, clipping another piece of stupid Tyler One stream and saying, "Oh man, oh fuck this champion. The champion's stupid. I just saw Tyler One do with this mess with this guy, and oh my gosh, and he's right. I fucking hate this champion." And then
Yeah.
he has that mentality that
I don't think that's
Tyler
ever
One
happened
put the
before,
show
though,
on
right?
before. Happened to me before.
With what?
Just
Oh
that.
god, it was a while ago, but I don't. It was like a I forget which character he said. I think he was talking about Cho'Gath again.
Hey, you guys
But
remember when Tyler One played Humdinger top once, and Colton like watched him and said, "I think I found a new main," and started playing Humdinger
oh,
for 3 days.
that just sounds obnoxious.
I thought that was funny.
I'd like that. I'd do that for a champion.
But no, he only played Heimerdinger because like his idol was.
It was like a special item build.
No, it was like normal just Heimerdinger top.
It's just because Tyler One played
Yeah,
it.
it's only because Tyler One played it.
All right, Hunter, move me on.
What do you mean?
I want a positive topic.
Mm. See, that's the thing, D'Angelo.
You
League of
only
Legends,
did negative
League of
topics.
Legends, League of Legends isn't a positive topic. You know what? No, there. You know what? There is. I'm stupid. D'Angelo, I got a question for you.
Who's
What's
the
that?
hottest League of Legends character?
No, well, I wasn't thinking of that, but
Oh,
we
me.
can get into that later. I was saying, D'Angelo, do you still remember your first pentakill?
I do. Yep. With the from the
Recall,
bottom of my heart.
yeah, recall it to us.
All right. Their middle inhibitor's down. They still have both their other inhibitor towers, but that's it. There's a team fight happening mid, and I am sitting in their base where the inhibitor's down, invisible, with a bunch of shrooms everywhere. All right. I am Teemo.
Wait a minute.
We
I
hate
don't
Teemo
remember.
players.
I don't remember this.
I am Teemo. And not just any Teemo build. I am on hit Teemo. Alright? So I'm playing on hit Teemo. I'm in the red base, sitting there invisible. The team fight's happening. My whole entire team dies. I'm 1v5. But I have shrooms everywhere. And guess what, motherfucker? They're slow and ready to get hit and bronze. Alright? They are bronze level players who are about to get 1v5 by Teemo since they're all on 1 HP. And I go uninvisible after my whole entire team dies. And they're running down mid. And at first they try to fight back. So there's 3 of them that try to go on me. And no. I killed the one of them as they tried to engage. I killed both the other 2. And then the other 2 are running away in the same direction. Alright? So they both got hit by the shroom. They both got slowed. I got up to both of them and I auto-attacked them twice in the lane. And there she had it. That was my first penta, and I fucking screamed. It's like, I got a pentakill! And I was so happy, especially since I got a pentakill before fucking you, alright? I got like the second pentakill in the group.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. First one was Jackson in our friend group when I first played with him. I remember that. I remember Jackson's first pentakill.
And I have too many to fucking count.
And it was when I played Kale support, back when Kale was still played as support. And it's so long ago. And Jackson played Lucian ADC. And we were both really new to the game. But goddamn, we would be in a fight and he'd say, ult me, and I'd ult him, and he'd be invincible, ulting and dealing fuck tons of damage, and it was one of the most nostalgic feelings that I will ever have in League of Legends is thinking about that time because it was at a time when I didn't know a lot about League of Legends, and there was something magical about it, like a calm before the storm. That is League of Legends. You know, when you like first pick up the game to play it.
Yeah. That's not your pentakill, though. That's Jackson's pentakill.
No, my
True.
first pentakill was years later. I'm talking, I think, season
No.
8. I
I think
think.
it was 9. Because we're at 11 right now. And it wasn't that recent. It was pretty recent.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, it was when Kane was out. So whenever
Kane
Kane
came
came
out in
out.
fucking season 7, man.
Oh, so shit. Maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was either 8 or 9. Um, but I I thought that uh I thought that he looked pretty cool. I thought he was a little edgy, but I still thought that he was like a cool character to add to League of Legends, especially since I saw uh, Jackson play him first, and Jackson thought he was really uh, cool, but then dropped him for other stuff because at the time I don't think he was like a jungle main. Maybe he was. I don't remember what he played before
Jackson used to
Kane
play
though.
top.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's right. He played
Darius.
fucking what did he play
He
top
played
all the time?
Darius.
Darius. Yeah.
Oh right. Yep, you're right. Okay. But uh I went red cane and I it was at a time where it was before uh blood to gore not it was before gore drinker and it was before like
Mythics.
death's it was before death's dance was
Oh.
nerfed into the ground. It was when it was like really good. And I went red cane and had full life steal, and I went down to like almost 0 HP 2 times in that fight, but I uh, persevered and I life stole the entire team and penta killed all of them by myself. No one else helped me. It
Was
was just me going into their jungle and saying I owned the place, and I fucked them up.
wasn't your first penta technically on ARAM?
Yeah, but those don't really count, do they?
True. I got pentas on ARAM.
Well, well, yeah, I guess we could. Well, my first pentakill was on Darius in
I was in that
ARAM.
game.
It was a monumentous occasion, but it didn't feel real, and D'Angelo wouldn't let me consider it to be real because it was in this game and not in it's the Summoner's Rift. It's not in 5v5. It's in ARAM Hunter.
Speaking of not 5v5, do y'all fucking remember Twisted Tree Line?
It's still a
I love Twisted Tree Line.
Twisted
is it?
Tree
It's
Line?
still a returning.
No, it's
It's
not. It's
no, it's not.
it,
It got changed into the Nexus Blitz map.
it got TFT'd. It
Yeah.
died. Well, I guess not. It died after TFT came out. But that game mode was so good. 3v3 with the spider and one person per lane and a jungler. It was so fucking fun. You could
It
build
was fun.
team comps. We had fucking double bruiser AD going on. That was pretty good.
I just think that 3v3 just sounds good. 3v3 sounds like a good time.
It was fun, and people didn't play it enough. I think a, a solid reason why I didn't get played is because the design of the map was generally dark, and people would rather play a light map than a dark map. Like, I'm being dead ass. The lighting on the map made people not play it as much. Like, if it was like a, not like Demacia themed and like bright white technology shit, or like Piltover, if it wasn't Shadow Isles, it would have got more playtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we not forget the most epic stroke I've ever had? When I tried to say Wooglets, death or
Oh.
what was it?
Wooglets!
Witchcap.
Wooglets Witchcap.
Oh.
Yeah, so pretty much I was playing Twisted Tree Line for like one of the first times. I'm like, hey, what should I buy? And someone says Wooglets, and I'm like, alright, let me back to go my Woo. And that's when it started. Let me tell you, I was stuttering on Wooglets for at least a minute. I want to say at least a minute.
Woo, 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 woo.
I was just
Woo,
woo
woo,
woo
woo,
woo
woo,
woo
woo,
woo
woo.
woo 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 woo. It was probably the most stupid I've ever been in my entire life. But
Oh my
we actually went on to
gosh.
win that game, so it's hype.
I wish I was a part of that. I just heard about it like the next day
I did
when
too.
I
we were.
think it was with me, Jackson, Dean.
I wasn't there. It was Drew, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was true. I know it was me and Jackson. But yeah, that was
Woo,
just, it was
woo,
hilarious.
woo, woo, woo,
Is
woo,
it
wooglets.
man?
Uh,
I miss Twisted
Uh,
Around.
what was your first pen? Did you get a pentakill yet, Eric?
I actually have not. The
Hmm.
closest I've gotten to was a quadra-kill in ARAM on Malphite.
So,
Yeah. I just often hit E and I killed 4 people and I'm like, oh, nice.
uh,
Yeah, you'll get one eventually. If
I
you
have
keep
like
playing League, you'll eventually get one.
I
Is what
have
I
at least
realized.
30 Yasuo pentas. I have at least 10 Irelia pentas. I have at least like 6 Zaya pentas. I have at least 10 Samira pentas.
Every
Slow, but like, I don't remember where I am.
every pentakill that I've ever gotten, I have recorded and put onto my highlight reel.
Have you ever gotten 2
And
pentas in one game?
no,
Uh, I have.
I've gotten
Weird
close
flex,
though.
but okay.
I got close though. I remember that much.
All right.
So we're gonna be wrapping up here in probably about 20 minutes or so. But I wanted to ask one more thing of you guys. Uh, and mostly it's about. Oh shoot, that's a very disturbing angle. But talking about Riot Games and League of Legends moving forward. I wanted to talk to you guys about what are your thoughts on League of Legends moving forward into the future.
I got you. My only thought is release the fucking fighting game already.
That's all D'Angelo cares
I
about.
I you know what? I can agree with that.
He just wants to play Yasuo and then just stab someone with a sword. Nagoriyuki
It's literally
style.
the last one to come out. They released Ruin King just now. Like,
They literally released it today.
oh, it
This
doesn't
guy just wants to stab people like Nagoriyuki, bro. Just go play freaking
strive.
Guilty Gear. Come on. Yeah.
I would, but that game's hard.
Why are you going on to Netflix right now, D'Angelo?
How can you see that?
I'm watching your other stream.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Discord.
watching your screen, not your stream.
Okay.
Or I'm watching your stream and your screen.
Well, I'm trying to see if the app's out yet, the Netflix gaming, so I can play the Ziggs game.
Netflix gaming?
Yeah, no, like the new Ziggs game that just came out. The
Isn't that on Epic?
It's
It's-
not on Netflix,
it's
D'Angelo.
no, there's a Netflix gaming thing for it. Like
No, there's
it's like
fucking
releasing on
not.
Netflix for free, and like you can buy it on Steam, but like apparently it's gonna be free with Netflix. Let me look up
If you have a Netflix
Riot.
account, it is free.
Rhythm Game Netflix. I'll look it up right now. As Drew is talking about it. Netflix is getting a League of Legends rhythm game. Riot Games and Netflix are keeping their partnership going with a League of Legends game coming to Netflix Games by
What
Jordan Ramey on November 9th,
what is
2021.
Netflix games? What the fuck is Netflix games?
Netflix is a gaming service now. It's not
That's
just streaming
cringe.
videos anymore. They
That's
have their
actually
own
cringe.
games.
Is their first game this fucking rhythm game?
It's
Is that
probably
their first
it probably
ever game?
is.
Sheesh.
Why?
Yeah, so-
Why? It would be. It's a mobile. It's literally a mobile game. Why fucking
it's
put
not.
it?
No, it's not.
You literally can play it like a mobile game.
Okay, so it's launching for Switch and PC today. No, yesterday. Sorry. Well, today technically. I don't know. Fucking November 16th, and Netflix games at a later date. So
See,
they're probably finalizing their Netflix game shit, to be honest. Because it probably hasn't been in the works for a while. Oh. I'm glad I'm recording because I just went offline. So you guys can't hear them right now. It's just me. All right.
Sounds-
Hi, I'm back. All right. Don't worry,
What the fuck
boys.
happened?
I'm recording. My internet went out.
Okay,
It's pretty hype.
fantastic. Okay. Anyway, uh, D'Angelo, what are your thoughts about League of Legends moving forward? Do you see a bright future ahead for the game, or do you see it only to be?
The game's living
Uh,
for about 10 more seasons max. It could get to season 30 maybe, but after that,
There's going to
not 30.
be
What the
League of
fuck?
Legends in
Season.
2030.
I think there will be League of Legends. No, that's stretching it. That is absolute maximum because there's gonna be a point where they can't like sustain this business model anymore of releasing a new champion all the time and reworking the old ones and just making everything new. And once they can't do that anymore because they've explored all the creative outlets for that while still keeping the game fun and balanced, they're eventually going to have to stop. And once they stop, the people are going to stop having fun because it's going to be the same thing over and over again. And that's how
I'm
games
saying
die.
3 years, bro. Game's
honest,
gonna survive for 3 years.
I think it has
Riot
at least
Games, I feel
6.
like
It has
so.
at least 6 more years.
You're capping.
honestly,
No, because
That's
it has
that's
the biggest
2027,
play.
bro.
You know, that
if
has.
That's
if
2027, bro. You realize how long ago that?
Okay,
What it came on like what
I'll
20?
call it
09?
2028 too.
2012,
I'll call it 2028, and here's why. Because League of Legends has one of the biggest player bases of all video games ever, and it's reaching mainstream more than any other video game. So even if it dies by today's standards by 2028, it's still gonna have a big player base. Like, it's still gonna be bigger than most games, even if it's dead, because it's League. It's not gonna
Came
stop.
before it though. You guys came before it though. Dota 2. You know who plays Dota 2 nowadays? No one.
Except for the people who are really good at it. It's still, like, it still has a player base. It's just not as big as it used to be.
what I think is going to happen is that, and it's funny you brought up Dota 2, is I feel like League of Legends as a game is going to stay alive probably until 2028 or something, and then they're probably going to release uh, League of Legends 2
No, that's good.
or something like that, or like
That's
That's
so awful if they do that.
that's like Fortnite
that
too.
sounds that like Fortnite Chapter 2, right? So I honestly believe that they will do League of Legends 2 or
What? Just like
something like a
erase
sequel,
all the characters
like a
and like only
sequel.
start with the original characters again?
I
No,
wouldn't say that.
what I'm saying is that
Like
they
what they did
keep
with like World of Warcraft. Like they had like WoW Classic. Like they have WoW. Like so they have League of Legends with all these characters. But then they re-release like League of Legends Classic with like only like the first like what 40 champs or 20 champs or whatever. I
That
think it's 40.
could be an option, but I doubt they'd
no,
explore
no.
that.
I what I'm
True,
saying
but
is
that would be based if
what
you
I'm
ask
saying
me.
is that they will stop production on League of Legends and they will no longer update the game. So then whatever is left on the game will stay. Like they'll keep the servers up, of course, but then they're going to do like a new League of Legends with all new characters to keep that train going. And obviously, they can always be like, and at any point they can be like,
Throw
well,
in a
we
fan
don't
favorite.
want yeah, we want to bring back a fan favorite. So let's bring back Yasuo.
I think my idea was way better if we're asking ourselves.
I think Hunter's
League of
idea is
Legends
more.
Classic would be hype.
I think Hunter's idea is more optimal, probably, because it's
Oh,
I
for
like
sure.
that.
I'm just thinking
Like
more
from
of
a
it as like
business
a business. I'm
standpoint.
thinking at its as
Yeah,
a
from a
business
business
standpoint. They're
100%.
going to milk League of Legends until it is dead in the fucking ground, and literally nobody plays it anymore. So they're going to try to pan out League of Legends for as long as humanly possible, and then once they get it that long, they will extend it by making a whole nother game.
Yeah,
They will
and
make a whole nother League of Legends and expand the entire League of Legends so far, and then they will probably take League of Legends here and probably do something like classic League of Legends to bring back like the older players. So then they will be making as much money as possible.
uh, and I think they're already doing that like right now, like the earlier part of what you said, of course. But they're already doing that now with these other games that aren't League of Legends but are based around League of Legends, like Legends of
Mm-hmm.
Runeterra. They got into the card game genre. Valorant may not be using League characters, so that's like the exception. But like Ruined King for well, you got a rhythm game in the Sigs one. You got a fighting game coming out with all League characters. You got the Ruined King, which is like the turn-based RPG thing.
Yeah,
You got fucking what else is there?
I honestly believe
They got League on mobile.
that Riot Games is going to end up being something like Square Enix. I'm almost guarantee it.
I think that they're
Where they're
About
going
it.
to just be where they're going to be shitting out games and they're going to sell lots of money and we're not going to hear like we're not gonna hear from them for like anything, but they'll just be like, oh, we're now a AAA company, so we're gonna release a AAA game.
I'm gonna mega disagree on that. Riot has a history of being decent with the fans unless it comes to balance. Like they're very good at communicating with their fans. They're very good at releasing new info. They're constantly dumping new info, whether it be about League or something else, or they're good at posting on their social medias, supporting their competitive scene. Unlike Nintendo, like they're very very strong about their community. So I don't think they'll ever get to like a Square standpoint. But yes, they are gonna maximize business, and the best way to maximize business from their perspective right now is to abuse the shit out of the lovable characters we have, even if our game is getting stale, and put them
Well,
in new games,
well,
put them in new series. So they're
that's another thing I
they're
wanted to
known for
talk
their
about.
lore.
Yeah, and that's what I think is what's really cool about what they're doing because they're we have played League of Legends and we've gotten to know these characters, but we never seen them do their character stuff, like more world building idea because they've built such an extensive world with all these characters and unlike Dota, they were like, let's actually like make people want to read our lore. So then they make more games based on like they probably have shit like that for Dota, but honestly, I don't hear about it. But having a RPG set in Bilgewater, having card game for every region that exists in our world of Runeterra, a fucking fighting game that's probably going to take place in that's going to probably have like a story based in Noxus or something.
It's everywhere.
Well, okay, still giving more lore,
Yeah.
and so that it's so interesting to hear that type of stuff, uh, especially like for instance, Ruined King. I played a little bit of it before we started this stream, and I am blown away by the amount of world building that they have established to us, and I haven't even started getting into the real lore of the game that they have. It's more just stuff that it was already known to the League of Legends community, but it was nothing but interstellar because you got to hear the opinions and in real time of these characters and their opinions about the world around them, and that's what made it feel so in depth and crazy. And that's why I also love Arcane because it's a show that even if you're not a person who plays League of Legends, it is still a good show because of the the way that it was handled and how the no one had to make up a world because it was already there. It was
And
already
you
established.
can watch it,
And but it was so fleshed out that you can watch it going in and not feel confused about what's going on screen.
which, as a callback to earlier, is really good for marketing because they're building their audience to more than just people who like MOBAs.
Yeah, did you know that
Take back my statement about like not lasting that long. Now that I think
right.
about it, the new game Valorant, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
That's like pretty much the CS:GO killer, right? But
Yeah.
like
That's what it was
CS
designed
has
to
been
be.
out for 20 years now. Oh, just 25, I think, right? 25.
It came out in CS:GO came out in 2012. Are you talking about CS in general?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
like
that game's been out for like 25 years. I think but
But
like
see it was called Counter Strike at first, but then it changed to CS:GO. So I'm almost certain that
those
League of
Counter Strike
Legends will
source in between
change.
too.
yeah, it was
League of
Source and
Legends will
Nexon.
change to uh, something similar to that.
Well, no, what I'm
Their
saying is
business
like
models are a bit
they're
too
gonna be
different for
around
that to
for a
work.
while because like Valorant is gonna be around for a while in my opinion. Like if they keep up with like the whole like the unbalanced system that they have, and the agents are a fun unique twist, like it's like a good combination of like the agent skill along with gunplay, in my opinion.
Right.
It is a good
And
mix.
so
It is a bit too easy
yeah,
to hit shots, though. I know.
true. Just too cracked.
I
I
just want my CS bullets, bro.
but yeah, I think Riot has done a good job with creating a world. And it's really weird how they're branching out all these different game genres in order to hit a mark on one of them, and then have them be good. Like, I mean, I know that Valorant had a shaky start because it didn't have any League of Legends characters, but it was still like, but people were
Valorant's
like,
start
oh,
was the
there's no,
opposite of shaky.
there's like, oh, there's no League of Legends characters, but this is something brand new from Riot Games, where they were only known for their one game, League of Legends.
You know why the fucking start of that game was shaky? Is because the beta keys were piss hard to get.
Oh,
I
that's
remember playing
so
on
true.
Jackson's account, bro. That's
I remember playing on Noah's account.
I remember
No,
farming
no,
for the
that's
key.
Grace.
I remember farming for the key and watching Tim the Tap Man as he was playing this game when it first came out.
I watched
And
fucking XQC for this shit. You know how hard that was? It's literally
how
just...
hard it was so hard to watch Tim the Tap Man. He's so fucking annoying.
Nah, bro, that's cat, bro. I loved him, that man, bro.
No,
Okay,
he's
fine.
just he's a fucking loser.
I liked
You're a loser.
him. Fuck you. Tim's
Nah,
cool.
Same.
in my perspective, I'm not a loser. And it's just like how in his perspective, he's not a loser. But I,
Yo.
in my opinion, think he, compared to me, is a loser.
Yeah, except he's a
He's got
multi-millionaire, you know.
bigger numbers than you, therefore he is a better person than you. It's just how the math adds up.
Yeah, but that's my
I don't
opinion.
think that's how that works.
That's my opinion.
Well, bleh.
Yeah. So I can say whatever the
Nice.
fuck I want. It's my opinion. So you can't really change my opinion
What if your
because
opinion
it is
that
that's all it
murder
is.
is
It is
okay?
It's not a fact. If my opinion
Yeah,
is
so
murder is
back
okay.
to League of Legends. Yeah, that's a pretty epic game, guys. But I would not recommend playing it because it's tilting.
It is a game that tries to not take itself as serious as the players who make it as serious as it is.
Cap again. It takes itself really fucking seriously.
Well, what I
agree
mean
with
is
you,
that
Ansel.
well, they come out with fucking skins like Draven
It's a
and
money
definitely
grab.
not Blitzcrank.
Yeah, those are just funny jokes, but that doesn't affect the gameplay at all.
No,
Yeah.
but like people will
Unless you're
people
playing
will-
Commando Lux.
Actually, doesn't that make her ult smaller?
Whoa,
Yes.
webcam
And
fell
her
over.
yeah, her abilities are harder to see too. They blend in.
Wow.
It's pretty based.
Well, damn, it's getting pretty late. I think that that's a good place to wrap up then for this
No,
discussion.
no, no. We got one more topic, bro. We got one more topic.
Oh yeah,
What do you
we do
mean?
got one more topic. I know
Hottest
exactly.
League of Legends champion in your opinion.
All right,
Oh.
it's Brand. GG. I'm done.
Huh? Hey you? Hey you?
JK.
No, because he's literally fire, so he's the hottest.
Yeah.
Hey yo?
Um,
This guy's cringe.
Oh God.
I'll let
It's
you two
obviously
go
Irelia
first.
and Sully, bro. He's surrounded by stars.
True.
Oh, okay. I
Alright,
think
Dean, what are your
I think
thoughts?
Infernal Amumu is the hottest, or Infernal Varus, because they're from hell, so they're
Yeah, you're stupid,
hottest.
so.
Yeah. See, it's stupid.
I want to
when
go
we say
last
that.
on this one because my opinion's gonna end the stream, and I like that.
Okay.
So as the first and foremost expert in hot babes of myself,
Okay.
it's gotta be Ari, guys, right?
Furry, furry, furry. All right, your opinion's not valid.
That was a joke, man.
Okay.
No, dude.
Honestly, Caitlyn though. Caitlyn.
Oh, you're a dom kink. You got a dom
Hey, yo.
kink.
Hey yo,
Oh,
trap
yo.
me up, baby.
You're fucking. Huh?
All right,
Yellow, weird, bro. I thought she was attractive.
I'm not trying to stay on this for too long, so Fault
Yeah.
Hunter, give
Right.
me yours.
Honestly, either Misfortune or Samira.
I can accept
Samira's a
those.
dude, bro. Samira's a dude, bro. You're
Samira's
gay.
not-
Samira's
Samira's
bad
not-
as fuck. You cannot tell me Samira's not bad.
Samira is the type of girl that would that will
Step on my
pick you
balls
up-
and call me a fucking
No.
bitch.
she will
Preach.
she seems to like me the type of girl that would show up at your house unannounced and tell you that you guys are going to a concert that night, so you better be ready, and I took a tablet of ecstasy and you better be taking one with me.
Hunter's got some mommy issues for that fantasy.
Yeah.
Why is that mommy issues?
All right, Dean, go ahead.
She just sounds chaotic.
The objectively right opinion on this matter is that the hottest champion in League of Legends is
No. Oh no, I don't want to.
Kaisa, thank you for watching PB Break. That is an
Wait,
that
what
is a
did
fact.
you fucking say?
Kaisa,
What did you say?
Kaisa, it's a fact. It's just
My
a fact.
God.
It's uncontestable. It's uncontestable.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all.
Actually, it could be a Kali too, a Kali, but she's wearing a
A
mask.
Kali.
So
Oh,
don't
you know what? I can agree with the
All right,
I can agree
Akali.
with that.
All right,
Yep.
so thank you for watching PB Break. We'll see you next time. Thank you again to our special guest, Iraq. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you managed to stay this late, you gotta like the content. Support a small streamer today. Go follow me on Twitch.
And we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. Goodbye.